You're watching Reality Check. Just over a year ago, in the same freezing cold winter of Delhi that we're experiencing tonight, a group of protesters sat. In fact, many groups of protesters held sit-ins across the city, across India, against what they believed was their constitutional right being taken away by the government. I refer obviously to the protests against the Citizenship Amendment Act and the National Register of Citizens, the NRC. Just like farmers are sitting tonight at Delhi's borders and across North India. But the stark contrast of how the government has dealt with these two sets of protests tells us very much about the politics at play. The CAA NRC protesters were met with water cannons, lathi charges, even bullets, while the government has held multiple rounds of talks with farmers. In fact, going to the extent of even suspending or offering to suspend the farm laws for at least a year and a half to 2 years. No question of any kind of dilution of the CAA or NRC, a very hard line in fact on the Citizenship Amendment Act, but when it comes to the farm laws, virtually conceding a rollback. And even look at the rhetoric, the kind of language that was used to describe the CAA NRC protesters. Very strong comments linking them to Pakistan, implying that they're terrorists. Again, with the farmers, the government did attempt to replicate that playbook, calling them Khalistanis, saying that they have Maoist links, but at the same time nuancing it, also saying that they respected the farmers and that the farmers are the Annadatas. No such nuance when it came to the anti-CAA NRC protests. Let's just listen to remind ourselves of the striking contrast in the way that the language was used.
बटन तो आप कमल पर जरूर दबाना, मगर इतने गुस्से के साथ दबाना कि बटन हमारे नजफगढ़ में दबे और करण शाहीन बाग के अंदर लगे। गद्दारों को गोली मारो, देश के गद्दारों को पीछे तक आवाज आनी चाहिए, गिरिराज जी को सुनाई दे, देश के गद्दारों को। अगर किसानों के आंदोलन की आड़ में भारत को तोड़ने वाले लोग, टुकड़े टुकड़े लोग पीछे होकर आंदोलन के कंधे से गोली चलाएंगे तो उनके खिलाफ बहुत सख्त कार्रवाई भी की जाएगी।
अगर ये किसान आंदोलन माओवादी और नक्सल ताकतों से मुक्त हो जाए तो हमारे किसान भाई बहन जरूर समझेंगे कि किसान के बिल उनके हित में है।
मैं समझता हूं कि किसानों के ऊपर इस प्रकार का कोई भी आरोप, कोई भी हो, पता नहीं किसने क्या कहा है, मुझे जानकारी नहीं है, नहीं लगाया जाना चाहिए। और हर समय भारत के किसानों के प्रति हमारा सिर झुका हुआ है उनके सामने, उनके सम्मान में। वो हमारे अन्नदाता हैं।
They are our Annadata, says Rajnath Singh. All right, joining me tonight on the show, we have with us Prakash Chandra Sharma, National Vice President, BJP Kisan Morcha. We have Dharmendra Malik, Media in Charge, Bharatiya Kisan Union, Tiketh, one of the groups that's part of the protests. We have Devendra Sharma, Food and Trade Policy Analyst, Siraj Hussain, former Agriculture Secretary, Government of India. But let me start with Anjali Bharadwaj, social activist, co-convener, NCPRI, who's been very much part of these protests. Anjali Bharadwaj, how would you explain this very different approach when it came to the anti-CAA NRC protesters, a very hard line, it was only goli, gali when it came to them, but with the farmers, the government has actually blinked. Right. I think you muted yourself, Anjali Bharadwaj. If you could just get you to unmute yourself, then we'll be able to hear you. Yes.
Yes.
Now that's fine. Yes.
I was saying that the farmers have come out in very, very large numbers. They have been sitting on a protest in Punjab first and in other parts of the country for a long time, and then they are now on the borders of Delhi. They've been here in this cold, like you said, for a very long time now. It's going to be 2 months nearly. And in fact, I really feel that there is a similarity which needs to be drawn between the various protests that we have seen. While there are some differences,
yes,
like you mentioned yourself, there are many similarities. The government has consistently said, whether it was the CAA protest or it is the farmers' protest, that people have been misled. The government is trying to label people and say that these are in fact good laws, whether it was the CAA or these three farm laws.
Anjali, I don't want to interrupt, but I'm saying the similarities are of course there, we pointed them out, but the difference in the handling is what I'm interested about. One set of protesters are called for 7 to 8 rounds of talks. They're told that we can even suspend these laws if required. No such concession when it came to the other.
I think
the politics
Srinivasan
are not very subtle here.
Yes, well, one issue is very clear, that we have seen the government make very, very strong statements about the minority community, and I think that is what was happening with the CAA undoubtedly, and with the farmers when it was tried to call them Khalistanis and so on. I think the backlash was very severe and the government was quick to understand that.
Right.
Also, I think that while the government has made some offers of some concessions, but actually, and that is what I was really coming to, that at the end of the day, so far, we have not seen any real attempt by the government to bridge those differences. Because even today, if you see, the farmers seem to have rejected what the government has suggested.
The farmers have rejected this, even the proposal to suspend, they've rejected. They say they only want a repeal, very strong position. I'll ask Dharmendra Malik about that in a second. But Prakash Chand Sharma ji, you're with us?
Yeah, I am there with you.
Yes, I wanted to understand this, that when it came to the CAA NRC protesters, no question of talking to them. It was, as I said, Goli, Gali, we recognize them by their clothes. Very different with the farmers. Can you convincingly argue that this has nothing to do with politics, particularly a certain kind of attempt to communalize the CAA NRC protests, which you couldn't do here? Because they're farmers. There's no Hindu-Muslim angle for you here.
See, Vasu, this is your perception. Again, I'm telling you, the two parts are there. One, the protest was there for the CAA and NRC, and the reality was there. Who is under threat? After that, so many elections happened. So where is the support of the public? So that is very clear. As far as the formal bill is concerned...
No, I'm not asking about support. Support of the public election, I don't understand that. There was actually a Delhi election after that with the BJP loss, but I'm not getting into that. I'm saying, why did you not talk to the CAA NRC if you were willing to talk to protesters and even willing to roll back the law? Why didn't you do it with them?
Vasu, things are very clear. You are just putting two things, they are totally in a different poles.
Why? How is it different?
I'm telling you, because see, once things what we are talking about the farmers, this is about the development of this sector. This is about the development of the nation. As far as this NRC and the CA is concerned, that is a different topic. That was totally
both
based
are
on
laws.
The perception.
No, my dear Prakash Chandra, both are laws brought by the government. Both were objected to by different sections of the population. In one case, you spoke to them. You spoke 6 to 7 times to them. You even offered to roll it back. In the other case, you didn't.
See, Srinivas, one thing is very clear. What happened with the CA and NRC, that is in front of us. One year has gone, 1 year has left. And the reality is in front of us. Nothing happened. It was totally based on the perception. And it was all a false reality. So there was no need to talk. And things were
there was no need to talk. There were people protesting across the country. I said there's no need to talk. It's just that the pandemic happened and then everyone had to go away. But anyway, let me come to...
side effect was there.
Okay, let me come to Dharmendra Malik. Dharmendra Malik ji, आप हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं. ये बताइए कि सरकार, खासकर मोदी सरकार, बहुत ही कम पीछे हटती है। मतलब बातचीत करने के लिए भी उनको मजबूर करना आसान नहीं है। सीए एनआरसी के प्रोटेस्टर्स के साथ नहीं किया, आप लोगों के साथ बार बार बातचीत की, आपको ये भी ऑफर किया कि आप को लॉ वापस ले, मतलब उसको सस्पेंड करने के लिए तैयार हैं, लेकिन तब भी आप उसको रिजेक्ट कर दिया आप लोगों ने।
नहीं, मैं आपको एक बात कह देना चाहता हूं कि देखिए, हम जो आए थे।
जी कहिए, गो अहेड।
तो उस समय भी हमारी यही मांग थी। तो जब हम दिल्ली में पहुंचे लट और पानी को झेलते हुए
जी, उसके
बाद ये प्रस्ताव दूसरी ही बैठक में रखा था सरकार ने। अगर इसी लाइन पे काम करना होता तो जो 123 लोगों की जानें गई हैं उनका मतलब क्या? अगर ये होल्ड वाली बात
आप कुछ कर रहे हैं, पता नहीं। आप म्यूट मत करिए सर, धर्मेंद्र जी, आप म्यूट मत करिए, आप उसको म्यूट कर रहे हैं।
म्यूट नहीं, आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
हाँ, आपकी आवाज आ रही है, आप स्क्रीन को, हाँ बोलिए।
मैं ये कह रहा कि जब हम दिल्ली में आए थे, ये प्रस्ताव जब भी हमें मिला था, लेकिन जो हमारी डिमांड है वो वापस लेने की है और एमएसपी को कानून बनाने की है। अभी जो बात आई है वो बिल को होल्ड करने की बात आई है। एमएसपी पर कोई चर्चा सरकार की हुई नहीं है और सरकार पंजाब, हरियाणा और देश को अलग करना चाहती थी इस प्रस्ताव के माध्यम से। सरकार ये चाहती थी कि एमएसपी का सवाल देश में दबा का दबा रह जाए और आप हरियाणा और पंजाब के लोगों को ये प्रस्ताव देकर अलग कर दो। आज हमने ये तय किया है कि
एमएसपी ठीक है, लेकिन आप कह रहे हैं
दोनों हमारी डिमांड है। जब तक दोनों चीज पूरी नहीं होंगी तब तक ये आंदोलन जारी रहेगा।
ये आप कह रहे हैं कि ये पूरे आम सहमति से ये व्यू है? ऐसा कुछ तो लोग होंगे किसान सभा में जो कह रहे होंगे कि इतना हार्ड लाइन लेना शायद, इज दैट सेंसिबल कि उसको पूरा रिजेक्ट कर दिया जाए? या ये सहमति थी या इसमें भी अंदरूनी थोड़ा सा कुछ वो था, एक अलग अलग?
ये तो अंदर की बात है। मैं आपको बताऊं कि अधिकतर लोग इस बात पे सहमत हैं कि एमएसपी भी कानून में चाहिए और एमएसपी पर अभी सरकार ने कोई बात नहीं की है।
अच्छा।
सरकार एमएसपी को कानून बनाना नहीं चाहती है।
अच्छा।
और जो 70 साल का शोषण है वो जारी रहे, ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार की भी मंशा है। वो कांग्रेस पे आरोप तो जरूर लगाते हैं लेकिन खुद भी कुछ नहीं करना चाहते। इसलिए न्यूनतम समर्थन मूल्य पर कल सरकार से हम बात
देवेंद्र शर्मा
पे भी बताओ इस पर कानून बनाने में क्यों आपत्ति है?
देवेंद्र शर्मा,
एक बात आई कि सरकार बार बार ये कहती है कि किसान को इससे फायदा होगा।
अच्छा ठीक है, नहीं मैं आता हूँ,
स्पर्धा बढ़ेगी।
धर्मेंद्र जी मैं आता हूँ,
नहीं
मैं आ रहा हूँ आपके पास आ रहा हूँ, मैं दोबारा आ रहा हूँ। देवेंद्र शर्मा, as I said, given how we've seen that the government, you know, when it comes to carrot and stick, it can be all stick if it wants to, as it was the case with the December, January protests in Delhi and elsewhere. Here, when it's willing to at least acknowledge and concede partly, do you believe that it is sensible for the farmers to still reject in this manner? Because otherwise, it could escalate and end up with the manner in which, you know, the carrot can be withdrawn, then it can be all stick.
Well, I don't know what the farmers have taken into consideration when they rejected this proposal of the government. But one thing is sure, Srinivasan, that if the farmer had to stick in or dig in, around Delhi for 2 months in this harsh winter, right. I don't think they came for suspension of the laws for 1.5 years or for 2 years. They came for a specific purpose. Their demand was very clear. I think the government has had 10 rounds with the farmers, and each round they have been coming out with some or the other option. But eventually, I think many people are saying the government has blinked. I don't think they blinked. I think they are trying to play smart, and they want to convince the nation as if, withdrawing this bill and then putting up a committee is going to address the problem, which is not going to be the fact as the farmer believe. Yeah. Farmers believe that if you are really keen on setting up a committee, the laws should be repealed. If you're wanting to have laws amended or laws looked at, I think the best thing is to withdraw the laws. I think that's what the farmers are demanding.
Well,
so I think.
Okay, but well, Siraj Hussain, as someone who served in the government, let's assume that if this proposal had gone through, the government had actually put the laws on hold for a year, 2.5 and 2. Is that more or less the end of the law in all practical terms?
Yes, I think so. I think the government will have to go back to the drafting table to formulate another law, because at the end of the day, nobody can dispute that the water-stressed regions of Punjab and Haryana are in need of reducing the cultivation of paddy. So whether these laws stay on the statute books or not, some way has to be found to persuade the farmers to grow less paddy. And for that, perhaps the centre will have to come forward and give some kind of compensation to the original Green Revolution states of Punjab and Haryana to compensate the farmers for the losses they will suffer on account of shifting to alternative crops.
Right. But at the same time, Anjali, the fact is that, as I was asking Devendra Sharma, that in the eventuality that the farmers continue to take a hard line, we've already seen what happened with the CA NRC protests. That first there was the smear campaign, then there was the active criminalization, arrests, large swaths of people who are involved with the protests, especially young people, are behind bars facing serious charges. Is there a fear that if the farmers continue to hold out, they can escalate with them as well? Many of them already being questioned or under the NIA scanner, it could escalate.
Well, Srinivasan, like you said, some of it is already happening, unfortunately. There has been labeling of farmers as anti-nationals, as, Khalistanis. NIA has been calling farmers as well. So some of this we are already seeing happen. But on the substantive issue, what choice do the farmers have? There are these 3 laws which have been rammed down the throat of people, of farmers across the country. They have a problem with these 3 laws. The question is that are they being reasonable or unreasonable in demanding what they are? Look, in a democracy, what are the farmers saying? They're saying, speak to us, consult us, and then make laws. So they are unhappy with these 3 laws.
Right.
They're simply saying, repeal these laws, go back in a democracy to the drawing board,
Right.
to the parliament, do pre-legislative consultation, which is their right in a democracy, and then bring laws. So look, we've filed RTI applications.
Yes.
The government has been repeatedly saying that we've done a lot of consultation. These are very good laws
Yes.
which have been brought after extensive consultations. But in RTI responses, the government is unable to provide any information. They have been saying that we have no records of pre-legislative consultation policy being followed, in which the government is supposed to put out the drafts of the laws. The government is unable to give us any information on the consultations that they held. So basically the farmers are saying nobody is against reforms. The farmers are saying that it's our right in a democracy that we be consulted.
No,
People
that's true.
are
We had
saying
also,
that you are changing the
had
Essential
also,
Commodities Act.
Yes.
It's going to affect food security.
No, that's true. We had also filed similar RTIs, and you're right, the answer came back nil. We don't have any such information. But Prakash Chandji, that's the whole point. That on one hand you say that you want farmers to talk to you, to accept your proposal in good faith. On the other hand, your own leaders are saying that you're Khalistanis, you're Maoists. 20, 30 of them are being questioned by the NIA. The same, playbook that was used with the CA protesters, you're trying it here as well.
Srinivasan, 2 points again I would like to raise to you. See, we all are the part of the same body. Both hands can't, fight with each other. What we are talking about, what we are doing here, like already the result of the CA and NRC is there. Nothing happened. It was just a perception and the reality is in front of us. As far as the farm law is concerned, all of us sitting here...
No, when you go on saying nothing happened, my dear sir, that's because the CA rules have not been notified.
Oh, that's fine, but...
so nobody knows what the impact of it is because the rules have not been notified.
No, see, things are there. That is under consideration. Few matters are under the court. So,
but but I'm saying, why would you expect farmers to take you seriously when you are calling them Khalistanis and Maoists and having them questioned by the NIA?
See, one thing is very clear, like government has their own way to do it. As far as the laws are concerned, this is for the development, this is for the reforms. And as you are saying and others are saying, if it is wrong, we have to give the option what is the right, how you want to proceed about it. See, like in the agriculture sector, only 5% infrastructure is there. What about 95% of the sector about this? 95% infrastructure, you need to develop it.
No, Prakash Chandni, that is. I'm saying we're not getting into the merits of the law tonight. We've done many shows on that. That's a separate issue. But clearly, even the government believes that there's some questions that are valid enough to roll it back. But let me just end quickly. धर्मेंद्र मलिक जी, मैं आपसे यही पूछना चाह रहा था कि अगर आपने इतना हार्ड लाइन ले लिया है कि आप पीछे नहीं हटेंगे, तो जैसे सीए एनआरसी केस में हुआ कि प्रोटेस्टर्स पे चार्जेस लेवल किए गए या उनके अरेस्ट हुए, धर्मेंद्र मलिक जी, क्या आपके साथ भी यही होने का चांस है? इससे आपको कोई वो नहीं है, डर नहीं है?
नहीं, एक बार दोबारा बोलना।
मैं ये कह रहा था कि जिस तरह से सीए एनआरसी प्रोटेस्टर्स के गिरफ्तारियां हुई, उनको जेल में डाले गए, क्या आप भी अगर इतना कड़ा रुख लेंगे तो आपके साथ भी ये हो सकता है?
तो हो सकता है, तो हम तैयार हैं जी। सरकार है, सरकार के पास दमन करने के लिए साधन है, एनआईए है, सीबीआई है। लेकिन मैं एक बात कहना चाहता हूं कि हमारा करेंगे क्या है? हम उद्योगपति तो है नहीं, हम तो खेती करते हैं, खेती से घर चलाते हैं। हमारी करा ले जांच। और जो एनआईए और ये सब काम जो हो रहे हैं ना, ये भी अब आंदोलन का पार्ट है। जब सरकार से कोई भी बात होगी या जब भी इस बात का समाधान निकलेगा, तब इन सब चीजों के समाधान साथ साथ होंगे। और अगर ये एजेंसियां भी जांच करने की कोशिश करेंगी तो इनके ऑफिस और वो कहाँ है? ये हमारे बीच में ही है ना। और जाएंगे कहाँ? हमारे राज्यों में जाएंगे, हमारे गाँव में जाएंगे, तो वहां भी तो इनको झेलना पड़ेगा।
अच्छा, ठीक है, चलिए देखते हैं क्या आगे जाके होता है, क्योंकि फार्मर्स ने भी बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग स्टैंड ले लिया है. सो लेट्स सी हाउ इट एक्चुअली plays itself out. Will the government continue to pull back, or will we see perhaps now less carrot and more stick as we saw with the CA NRC protest? We'll have to wait and see. Thank you all so much for joining me on Reality Check. Thanks so much for watching. Good night.